Hi guys, welcome back and happy Saturday. So like I said in my last video, this past week I've been participating in a writer's workshop called Writers in Paradise here on my college campus. I was in the YA workshop with David Yu, who's the author of Stop Me If You've Heard This One Before and Girls for Breakfast, and it was such an incredible experience. I mean, I have so many notes that I'm going to be able to incorporate into my novel. But since I got to participate in this workshop, I figured I'd share some of the tricks I learned with you guys. Tip number 1. Don't take it personally. I know this one sounds obvious, but it can be so hard to divorce yourself from your work when it's being workshopped. People are going to say things you don't want to hear, and when I had my first workshop back last semester, I honestly was devastated. It was the first time people were saying negative things about my writing, and I just got so worked up about it that I couldn't work on the project again. Fortunately, this week I knew that I couldn't take the advice personally and that I had to simply consider it as a way to make my novel better. Don't take any negative feedback as an attack on you or your writing. It's really only meant to help you become a stronger writer and for your novel or short story or poem to become better. Tip 2. Take notes. Whether you have 15 minutes or an hour and a half to workshop your piece, it is going to go by so fast and it will all be a blur. You will forget a good 70% of what was said during workshop unless you write it down. Your fellow workshoppers should write you notes on your manuscript and write you a workshop review letter, but if they don't, you're going to want to have those tips on hand. Tip 3. Don't get defensive. This one kind of goes hand in hand with don't take it personally. Obviously, the piece you're presenting for workshop is something you've put a lot of time and effort and thought into, and you have it exactly the way you want it. But it still needs work, which is why you're in a workshop, and so if you get defensive over suggestions, you're not going to be able to improve. Sometimes suggestions are going to dramatically alter the nature of your work, but that doesn't mean that they're bad suggestions. In my workshop, someone actually suggested a completely different beginning for my piece, and it actually works and strengthens my piece considerably. Tip 4. Don't take every piece of advice. You're going to get a lot of great advice during your workshop, but you're also going to get some advice that doesn't really work. That doesn't mean it's bad advice necessarily, but people have different visions for different pieces, and someone else's vision might not be the same as yours. And in fact, you might have two workshoppers arguing on the same point. Still listen to everybody's suggestions, but know that some people are going to understand your piece better than others, and it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed when it's time to revise. Tip 5. Actually revise. It can be very easy to go into your workshop, get a bunch of great advice, go home, put your manuscript in the drawer, and never look at it again. If your workshop is part of a class, like my past workshops have been, you probably will need to revise anyway, because you want to get a good grade. But for example, at Writers in Paradise, a lot of the participants weren't students, they were just there of their own volition. Workshop is a gift, and now it's your job to take everything you learned and to make your piece even stronger. So don't just move on to something new, actually revise your piece. And there you have it, those are my tips for workshop. I'll be sure to make future videos with more writing tips, and if you enjoyed any of these tips or thought they were helpful, please leave a comment or like and subscribe to this channel. Alright, thank you so much. See you next time.